Hello, welcome back to What Talent Podcast. This your girl, Lady J. I am here with a special guest today. He goes by Maverick, but I call him B Mike Jack, aka Coach Ross. What's going on?
What's going on, man? Glad to be here. I appreciate you for inviting me.
Oh, no problem. For those who don't know,
Mm.
he was my coach in middle school. So we go way back. I don't want to say how, well, y'all should know how old I am at this point. Y'all should know how old he is. He was my coach back then. Anyway, how's life?
Life being going, man. Life being lifing. Everything's cool,
Mm-hmm.
but I got so many things going on right now. It's like a roller coaster. Just keep moving, going and going.
So what you got going on?
Where you want me to start at?
Let's go back before we get to what you're doing to now, how you got into it. So let's talk about when we was in middle school, we found out that he do music. So we used to play his songs. So let's talk about your upbringing into becoming an artist before you got to everything else.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. She making it seem like when I first started teaching, that was like my first year, so I was young, so very young. So don't think I'm old and nothing like that. But she was like, me and her were almost the same age, but we ain't gonna say that. But anyway,
We got jokes.
but the music. So I'm gonna say like this: growing up, I used to love. Everybody used to love Michael Jackson, Jackson
Okay.
5, stuff like that. But I used to always try to emulate everything he do. I remember this is really dating the age. Blockbuster, we used to go to Blockbuster, and Jackson 5, the American Dream had just came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to go to Blockbuster and rent it out every week. Like when it was over, I had to go back and rent it out. So just loving the music, always doing the steps, always listening to it, and I end up meeting my homeboy in the neighborhood by Steve Rowe. Shout out to my boy Steven Rose Steve Rowe. You know who I'm talking about. So
What's going on?
yeah, so we formed some groups in the neighborhood. Me and him started first and started singing, and we just started forming groups. And once we started forming the groups, we started wanting to take it more serious. So we, started learning the writing process, the singing process, and things in that nature. But it never amounted to anything. So in that at that point of life, but overall, coming into our new age, it's starting to benefit us now.
Okay. So was it like you came across any producers that's like, oh, they want to produce y'all or anything like that?
It was nothing major. We had a lady, well, she was our age, in our neighborhood. Her name was Adonis.
Mm-hmm.
She was crazy, like, she made beats. I mean, I don't know if y'all know who T-Rock is, but she made beats from T-Rock, and he was on, 3 6 Mafia for a long time and things of that nature. But she used to make beats, so she knew that we wanted to start a group. So we used to go to her house and practice, and she used to make beats and wrote songs for us and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And we started trying to do talent shows and things. But like every time me and Steve would form a group, the other two members will always leave. So it's like we could never keep a consistency with the group. So eventually, me and him parted ways and did our own thing.
Why is that?
Um, Eventually, I got a little fed up. I started. We used to still do like collabs together, but
Mm-hmm.
I started realizing that because my brother, he was behind the music.
Mm-hmm.
And I started realizing, and he used to always tell me that, the money is behind the music, or, you think you want to be in front, but really what you want to do is you want to be the manager, you want to be the producer, you want to be the writer, the songwriter, things of that nature like
Right.
that. So you want to be behind the scenes. And, I ain't want to hear that. I want to be, I was looking at Usher and Drew Hill and everybody else that was hot back then, Genuine out there, things like that, and Chris Brown. So eventually it came to a point where I just wanted to, I said, I'm gonna step behind the scene and figure out how to do it like that. Steve kept going with the music, and me, I started realizing that I want to do more of the managing part. So he stayed, went his path, and I did my own path. So that's how that went down and how we kind of parted ways. Nothing bad, just he wanted to do more music, being front. I want to be more behind the scene.
So if you feel like if you never had your brother telling you about what's going on behind the scenes, like financially or just a better situation, you think you'll still try to pursue?
Yeah, I mean, I still did music. I always still wanted to record and things like that. I got, we actually, me and Steve got back together and we did a little EP or whatever, but it was just something that I needed to get off my chest. But it's like, nah, this ain't what I want to do anymore. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, nah, it's too many young up and comers coming up that I know that are out dance, out sing, and whatever. So I'm like, you know what? If I can find that talent, be the A&R, and bring that talent to certain people, or do it my way, then I feel like that was more of a high to me than me actually being on stage and trying to be the superstar.
Trying to be like,
yeah. I mean, I still like it. I still love the attention, but I don't want to. I like putting the plan together.
Okay.
Something like you doing, putting the plan together.
So, if you did music, if you wanted to always do music, how did you gravitate into being a teacher?
Stupid. Just being dumb. Like, so, growing up, man, you always listen to your family or your parents or your aunties and uncles. Hey, go to college and get a degree. Back then, now y'all knew Thundercats, y'all younger kids, the younger generation, which you're not that much younger, but still.
Why you keep mentioning
I got to throw the
that?
shot.
Why you keep mentioning that?
I got to do it. But I went to school. Like I said, the parents and your aunties and uncles, parents and stuff like that, they want you to go to college. Which I should have went to the Atlanta Art Institute because that was my first thing, or something in that nature because I always loved music. Went to school, went to Alabama State, wanted to do music. But the music they had was more like choral, like being in the chorus, be a chorus teacher. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. So I went to communication. Thought I could be the next Ludacris, like what we're doing now, which I probably should have stayed in that. But then, being on campus for a certain amount of years, you start realize people around you, they graduating. You like, hey, we came in together. They graduated. I don't even have a plan right now. I don't know what I'm doing. So what I did, I love sports. So, hey, parents, mother, hey, get into education. Get into physical education. You play sports, you love that, da-da-da. I'm like, okay. So that's what I did. Stupid. Like I said, I did it. It's something that I enjoy it because I do love coaching. But at the same time, that's not what my heart is. And I don't want anyone to think that I don't love coaching my players because I do. But still, my heart is in entertainment.
But you gotta think about it like this, though, right? Everything happens for a reason. You wouldn't have met half of the people that you have met.
Wouldn't have met you. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. If you didn't do education.
Right.
So, when it came down to deciding, like right now, deciding to leave education, what is your thought process? Because I know you want to take this managing talents more seriously. So how you gonna navigate that? Because that's something you've been doing for a minute now, talking about.
Hey, I'm gonna say this before we go on. I love this girl. This is my girl right here. I like my almost like like my daughter. Like, so it's like I love her to death. So she trying me. So because she know where my heart at. But the thing is, when it comes to that step, you feel it. But it's something you got to also to think about, too, in your mind. You got to also remember, too, that it's not about what do you want to do. Because sometimes we always say we don't want to do it, we don't want to do it. It's and I ain't trying to get religious or spiritual here, but it's the step where God got a plan for you, and the plan is he may want you to coach another year. Because what you're doing in your foundation, in your LLC is great. Your nonprofit is great. So that's your calling. That's what God wants you to do right now. So my thing is, I'm gonna be the best at what I can do until that plan that God has for me puts me where I need to be. Because right now, even though I'm not where I want to be in the music industry, I'm getting there step by step because I have met the right people, and now I'm on the right team now. And the people that I've met, they are some heavy hitters in the industry, and they are starting to mold me so I can be one of those heavy hitters. But what I'm doing is learning and learning from them and understanding what I need to know so I can be that next mogul that I want to be. So, like I said, it's a plan. It's not my plan. It's God's plan.
So is there anybody that you look up to that make you like, this is what I want to be like? As far as like, not music, because you was talking about you want to be like Michael Jackson.
Nah, that's when I was singing and stuff like that. Nah.
So as far as like a mogul, who you look up to?
You know, crazy thing about it, I know people gonna kill me on this, but I wanted to be the next Diddy. I ain't gonna lie to you, but then Diddy started getting crazy on me now. But still, we gonna go.
Starting, or he was already
he was
there?
already, but I did. Hey, I don't respect nothing he done, and whatever the court say, he did it, he didn't, I don't know. I'm not putting my views on that. But that was my mindset at the time.
Right.
But now, going back thinking about it, I always wanted to be like my big brother, Tima. Shout out to Tima. Ian Burke. Shout out to Ian. Divine Stevens. Shout out to Divine. Those are some people that I've been around. Even Boo, Akon's brother. I've been around him, and I see how they move. And I've seen other people in that circle that I can't call out everybody, but even songwriters and producers and just other artists. And I'm like, dang, y'all niggas moving. Y'all are really moving. Like I said, if I didn't take this time out to do this, if I had to go to school, if I really just hustled and I didn't really go to the college route, or I did and I was really on my music hustle, I like, damn, I would be where y'all at right now. But like I said, it's not my plan, it's God's plan.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. I don't understand it sometimes, but it happened.
Don't nobody understand it. So I'm glad you mentioned about producers and stuff. So we're going to take a intermission break in between the questions, but we're going to play this game called This or That.
This or that.
So you got to pick this or that, okay? This person or the other person. Okay, Prince and Michael Jackson.
It's just one or the other. Ain't no both or nothing like that?
No, one or the other.
Gotta be Mike then.
Okay. Missy Elliott or Lauryn Hill?
Woo! Missy. Because of the producing wise.
Are you serious?
Yes, because of producing. Like Missy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you gotta think about everything. The whole picture. Yeah.
Timberland or Pharrell?
Ooh, that's a good one. God, dog, that's crazy. I'm going Timbo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now this one probably say because what he got on right now. Outkast or the Fugees?
I mean, you know, no respect to the Fugees, but ATL. But you see the shirt, man. You see what I got on? Come on, man. Outkast, baby.
I ought to be petty and say the Falcons or the Saints.
Falcons all day. Saints and Aints. My bad. Let's go.
Falcons. Falcons can't win.
Y'all.
Anyway. Brandy's vocal runs or Jasmine Sullivan power?
Ooh, Jasmine.
Okay. 90s R&B or 2000s hip hop?
90s R&B.
I'll say that too. I like 90s.
Oh,
yeah.
day.
All right. Babyface or Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis?
That's tough, man. Jimmy Jam. I like Babyface though. Nah, give me Jimmy Jam, cause Babyface too. He that love making stuff get on my nerves sometimes.
But that love.
But he did do some Bobby. I don't know.
He did Bobby songs too. You gotta watch the New Edition.
I seen it.
Yeah.
You know I seen it. Jimmy, Baby.
Okay.
Babyface, both.
Dr. Dre beats or Kanye West samples?
I know Kanye going through some stuff right now, but Kanye, that's my guy.
That's your guy?
That's my guy.
So you crazy like him?
I ain't crazy like him, but I like his the way he think.
musically, he's a genius.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
I think he does a lot of stuff just to get attention, but I really think he is a plan. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Destiny Child or TLC?
Ooh. Ooh. Don't go chasing waterfall.
Okay.
TLC, baby.
All right. D'Angelo or Maxwell?
D'Angelo. Brown sugar, baby. That's my joint right there.
Okay. So you were standing in the you had a camera sitting there with the camera halfway right here.
Naked.
Yeah.
That was a life.
This guy
That was
here.
a life skill. That's a life skill. Go ahead.
Okay. Neo's pen or the Dreams pen?
Ooh. That's tough. I think I'm gonna go Neo out of respect, but I really want to say Dream, but I'm gonna go Neo. I'm gonna go Neo.
Wow.
I
The
know-
Dream good too though.
That's what I'm saying, but I can't think of all his songs. But I know he got some hits. I just can't think of. I really want to say Dream, but I'm thinking Neo out of respect.
Okay. Beyonce's stage presence or Rihanna style?
Beyonce.
Okay. J.
like
Cole storytelling or Kendrick Lamar wordplay?
That's tough right there. God dog, girl. That's a good one. That is a good one. But I like J. Cole better.
You do?
I used to like Kendrick more, but I like J. Cole. I just like the way J. Cole, like you said, tell his stories. I like that.
Kind of like what's his name? You should know him. It's around your time. Slick Rick.
Slick Rick. Wow. Wow. Okay. You got jokes. It ain't over. We got some time.
Okay. Rap ciphers or R&B slow jams?
Ciphers or R&B slow jam. I'm still gonna go R&B slow jam.
Cause you're an R&B guy, right?
R&B guy.
Okay. That's it for the this and that game.
Okay, cool. I like that. I
That's
like
a
that.
good warm up.
That was a good warm up. Come on, bring him.
Okay.
Bring him some more.
How did your experience as a former artist and songwriter shape you to manage and develop artists today?
Well, as a artist, it helps me to understand the work they had to go through.
Mm-hmm.
As a songwriter, I wasn't a great songwriter, so I mean, I can write stories, but I could never put them together. And that's where my boy Steve used to come in. He was like him, his mind, like how he writes songs and put stuff together. That was cool. But all that being said shaped me to understand what's needed to be a star.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, I've seen artist development.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with several artists, and they weren't my artists, but I worked with them, and I'm working with artists now.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm seeing the development and all the behind the scenes that goes to what y'all see on BET and what y'all see on these live performances and stuff, like all the work that goes into that.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much that even before they even get on stage, like, just having media training and knowing what to say on stage, because, if me and you talking right now, somebody asks me a question and I'm like, I just blurting stuff out,
Mm-hmm.
they gonna eat that up. So it's so much, the chore, they call it choro now, choreography, choro.
Okay.
But they, all that, what they do, it's a lot, the working out, all that. So it helps me to understand the whole process now. I see it now.
Okay. So who are the artists you working with now?
Well, and and it was a blessing. Like I said, I got to a situation where, two. One is I'm working as a junior agent
Mm-hmm.
with Smith Young Talent Agency. Shout out to Tay and Chris. They actually put me on, and they're teaching me the ropes of how to be an agent in film and television.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm a junior agent. So they reached out to me and asked me to, kind of, mentor and work with an artist that they had, but he was also he works in film and television as well.
Okay.
Name's Kellen Wade. KP, what up, boy? But he's a phenomenal artist as a singer, writer, producer, acting. He's one of those type of he has it. He has that it factor. So I'm working with him now, and also I got into a situation with Ian Burke mogul. Ian Burke, one of the coolest guys, one of the dopest guys. Shout out to Ian once again. Dion, Kwame, Danisha, Tron, Keisha. We and Peace 3, of course. But the group that we're working with in the group, and I was blessed, like I said, it's God's plan. I was able to meet up with Ian, talk to Ian, and be brought on as be brought on and help out with the group Peach 3. So please check them out, Peach 3. It's spelled just like that. Go to IG Peach 3. Check them out. Okay. So those are two artists I'm working with now, Peach 3 and Kellen.
Is it anybody that we know that have you worked with already?
That you know that's out?
Yeah.
No, that's not out now. The people that I work with, they're not really on the scene like that anymore.
So I'm trying to get at a person that you ain't mentioned about, but I guess you work with them through extension through somebody.
Who? You trying to get me? You talking about Jarvis?
No.
Not Jarvis? Jarvis, what up, man? You got to say it because I'm trying to figure it out. Give me a hint.
He was on the
audition. Yeah, that was my bad. Yeah, Algie Smith. He did. I'm sorry, man. It slipped. Yeah, he was actually, and that's another thing. That's how all this get wrapped around. My brother, Tima, he was managing him, and he was also signed to Smith Young Talent Agency, and that's how he was doing film and acting, and he was working on his artistry, and me and him, that's my guy. He cool. I haven't spoken to him in probably a couple of months, probably longer than that. But Algie, John, they were good people. Of course, they're in LA now, but yeah.
Yeah, that's where the money at.
I mean, it is, but it ain't. It is. You gotta find that money. It don't matter where you at. You gotta find it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, because you're in the music industry, I need you to give me your top 5 male or female R&B artists.
R&B, male or female? Usher, Breezy,
Chris Brown. Okay.
You know that, man. Come on now. Usher, Breezy. I'm trying to think who else I really listen to. I like SZA.
Top 5?
Top 5 like now, or you talking in all?
In all.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking like right now. Come on now, Mike. I don't know if they consider R&B.
I don't know. He kind of like a pop.
Yeah, he is pop. So R. Kelly.
Thank you. I was waiting for you to say his
name. Damn right I'm going to say R. Kelly. Who ain't? If you don't, you're crazy.
Okay.
And I'm telling you that right now. R. Kelly, man. R. Kelly, Usher, Chris Brown. I still like Chris Brown. I don't care. He just.
I like Chris Brown. I don't take that away from him.
I don't know, man. It's hard, man. You can't ask me top 5 of all. Mike, Chris, Ush, R. Kelly, and shoot. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go with I don't even know. That's tough. That 5 is tough, man. Cause I almost said James Brown. I almost said that because he was a pioneer, and I look at stuff like that as well, like how he was a businessman as well. So I don't look at it just for just singing and stuff like that. I be looking like, dang, he really set a wave. So
okay,
I'm gonna say that for now, but it's probably something else gonna probably pop up in my head too. Cause I can say Genuine and all that stuff too.
Okay, top 5 vocalists.
Vocalists. Luther.
Okay.
Whitney.
Hold on, Big Luther or Little Luther?
Big Luther.
Okay.
Big Luther. But I don't know. Dance with my fire. That was cool now. Like, he was Little Luther then, but that was cool. I like that one. Luther, Whitney.
Whitney Houston.
Gonna have to still say Mike, because his range was crazy. Prince was crazy. What's the dude name? Otis Redding. You said 5 though, man. I got so many. I can't say that. Come on now.
You got your top 5 though.
I don't really have a top 5, man. You know, people say that. I don't really have a top 5.
So if I go to your playlist right now, who has the most songs in your phone?
You know what I've been listening to lately? Marcus Houston. Not the.
You talking about the old
I'm
Marcus?
talking about the old one. I'm talking about. I've been listening to that. The one where R. Kelly wrote it. The one with In the Club. Up in the club when we.
I think I got that.
That one right. That was listening to that album. I was listening to because R. Kelly wrote a lot of songs on that, so I was just listening to it because I was just in that mind. But that's what I've been listening to lately, and yeah, really, that's what I've been listening to in the car because that's just what I had in there.
Okay,
Yeah.
since you couldn't complete those two, who your top 5 groups, male or female?
Yeah, that was tough. Top 5s. You got Drew Hill. You got Jagged Edge.
Tell me.
You got 112, man. You got.
Hold on.
You got
If
Total. Total's one of my. That's like my favorite girl group. Total.
if you had to choose, you want to buy a ticket, the concert is the same night. Jagged Edge or Drew Hill, who you picking?
That's a good question. Well, see, it's hard too because Drew Hill ain't got the original members no more.
Why not? Oh, you said Drew Hill.
They don't have the original members.
I thought you said Jagged.
No, Drew Hill. So if they have the original members, Drew Hill, and they ain't got all 12 of them out there, then I go to Drew Hill. It's really like 6, but I'm just. But
I thought it was 4. I don't remember seeing 4.
it was 4 original, but now they got like 6 people in the group.
That's 6.
6 or 7.
6 different ways.
But I mean, they still sound good. I mean, they still got the key. They still got Cisco. They still got Nokia. Jazz come when his weight because it fluctuates. And then the other 3, they was in another group. I forgot the group. But if I had to go right now, it'll probably be Jagged Edge.
Okay, so Jagged Edge, Drew Hill, Total. Who else you said?
112 and probably after 112, probably I go. I want to go with another girl group, so I'm gonna go TLC. Did I say TLC already?
You said it for TLC,
TLC.
or Destiny
Yeah,
Child.
TLC. Yeah, TLC.
You know what I'm surprised you didn't say?
Who?
Jodeci.
I was gonna say Jodeci, but Jodeci got like, for me, like 4 or 5 songs that I just like. I know it's a whole bunch of songs that everybody like and they grew up on Jodeci, but it's like 5 total songs that I really just I listen to anytime. So that's why I ain't say Jodeci because they started it. Like everybody say, oh, Jodeci, it won't be no Drew Hill without Jodeci. It won't be this group without Jodeci. But yeah, I get it. They the pioneers.
Okay. I'm just surprised you didn't say Jodeci.
I was gonna say him.
You're an 80s baby.
I am.
You're an 80s baby.
Best year. You ain't you right there. You on the cusp. But go ahead.
No, nowhere near the 80s.
Don't say it like that. Like you're nowhere near the 80s. Like come on now. But come on, we're gonna stay off my age right now. We're gonna stay out that. Cause we gonna start.
Y'all, he challenged me today to play some one-on-one basketball. Mind you, I want y'all to know, what, 12 years older than me?
I'm old enough, but I would. You dribble too much, man. I'm when you doing all that dribbling, I'm gonna D you up.
The only reason I was dribbling because they wasn't playing on defense.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm gonna be playing defense, and you're not gonna get by me. I'm sliding into that. But anyway,
Do you know I play against people that's like 6'7".
What the hell they got to do with me?
I'm finna put you to range.
Okay.
6'7", your height, taller, and still beat them. And the most athletic. It don't matter who it is. So I like your confidence, though.
Okay, all right.
I like it though.
I mean, we played a few times. You never beat me. Like,
I don't remember us ever playing.
we played.
When?
We've played.
Okay. Let's get back to the task at hand.
Let's do that.
How important is
Mm-hmm.
God in your journey of being who you are?
Very important. He's without him or her, however y'all want to do it these days. I couldn't be where I am. It's so many, and even times where I thought that, I was like, I'm giving up and this and that. He always did something that made me believe there was a God. You can't pay this, can't pay that, and all of a sudden just comes out of nowhere. So into this journey, I wouldn't be in the position I am now without him. So I know there's a God. As long as I'm able to wake up, as long as I'm able to move, I mean, I'm going to still give my thanks at night and in the morning. And if I wake up in the middle of the night, it must be a reason why I'm up. Mm-hmm. Because he must be trying to tell me something. And he's probably trying to tell you something as well. Because you're on a path. I don't know if anybody tells you this enough, but you're going to be okay. You're going to be good. I promise you.
I will hope so.
You are.
I hope so.
I already know. I see it.
Life be lifing.
People don't see. The thing is, we're so hard and critical on ourselves. Mm-hmm. But you don't see the good that you're doing and the energy you're putting out. So you don't see it. And if you don't, and enough people we don't acknowledge that enough. So, you got to, that's why they say, let's give them their flowers while they're alive. Mm-hmm. You're doing it. It don't look like it, don't feel like it, but you're doing it. So keep doing it. You got to keep pushing. Yeah. Even when you feel like you can't do it no more, you got to keep pushing through. Yeah. And if you don't, guess what? Somebody else going to do it. That's so you better keep your ass on track. And you won't give up over here.
Yeah. But a lot of y'all that don't know, he was like, B. Mike Jack was like a major role in my life, especially in middle school.
Yeah.
I appreciate everything he's done for me. It's like that Forest Park crew, y'all done a lot for me. I was showing my appreciation to y'all because, especially you, because, there's a lot of people I don't really appreciate or say I'm thankful for. And I really am thankful for you. Yeah. Especially stepping in place of, when my sperm donor's not there. So.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll figure it out, man. It's life.
It is.
Like I said, I went to Alabama State to meet your ass.
I'm a blessing, okay?
You are. That's why I said I had to go to Alabama State to meet you. Because if I didn't, nigga,
we probably would have met later on in life.
I'd probably be wilding right now. That guy probably knew what he was doing. He probably said, hey, you know what?
Were you not wilding in school?
Yeah, but school and high school, college, that's different. But I'm just saying, if I was like, say if I would have got the right opportunity and I didn't go to college, and I got the right opportunity, I went to the Atlanta Arts Institute, I got in cool with whoever is started at that time, the Dream or Zaytoven or whatever. And like I started with that, Gucci and all them. I'm like, and I get into that situation. Man, of course I'll probably be still successful still. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be that. I mean, I am, but I would probably have multiples, baby mamas, and out here wilding and crazy. Probably did some crazy stuff. I'm just saying because when you young with money, you're young and dumb sometimes. And if you ain't got that right person in your head, in your ear, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So God probably knew what he was doing.
Yeah. I feel like we would have met later on in life because, this the realm that I really want to be in and doing acting and all the other stuff. So we probably would have met later on. And I probably been looking at you like, look at him.
Yeah. And cool. And if any of you want to step to the acting side, holla at me. Told you. Smith Young Talent Agency, junior agent here. I'm here. I'll give you my email too.
Okay.
You already know it.
For people to find you, where should they go look at?
Several places. LinkedIn. Don't ask me to. I don't even know my name was on there, but I am on there.
Now, what the LinkedIn for?
LinkedIn.
I thought LinkedIn, for me personally, I thought it was for like when you're trying to get a real job.
Yeah, I mean, like I would say, if you just trying to, find me because I got my music stuff on there. I mean, A&R stuff on there too.
Okay.
So, let me see. Maverick, spelled all the way out, at sytalentagency.com. You can also find me on Instagram. It's that Mav. ISTHT Mav, MAV Ross. It's that Mav Ross. That's it. Told you I changed it.
Did you just change it?
No, I just changed it though. I ain't just changed it, but not changed it.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be forgetting which one I be having.
Okay.
It's that Mav Ross. Edit that.
Well, thank you for coming out again.
I appreciate it.
This
Thank
your girl.
you for having me.
This your girl, Lady J. I want to say peace to you.
Peace.